Well, the Vedanta Group has been in focus all this week, whether it's with regard to the parent, Vedanta Resources, and the yields out there, and the Indian listed company as well, Vedanta Limited. Plenty of questions remain. But we have with us Mr. Anil Agarwal, who's speaking to us here at CNBC-TV18. Well, Mr. Agarwal, thanks so much for joining in. And we're looking forward to you clearing out all those doubts. So let's start off first up. You know, the bond deals on Vedanta Resources, they are factoring in a possible delay or a default in terms of payments. What do you want to say on that front? The yields have surged up from around 25, 30, 35% as well. Any doubts out there, or you're confident you'll make the payments as you've done in the past?
You know, we are the company with $30 billion revenue. Next year, coming year, we'll make $9 billion profit.
Right.
Our debt equity ratio is one of the best in the world. So there is no question of 1 billion, 2 billion when say making payment. When you have this kind of, for our internal resources, I'm very comfortable to make this payment. But there is a bank money available, there is a people money available, so we take that money. You know, when I have always seen that sometimes the people don't want India to grow. And who are the companies growing? The few handpicked companies are growing.
Right.
And they try to throw something where India can be pulled down. There is no question of, it is an amazing company which has been the highest dividend paying company. Shareholder has made money, we raised $35 billion and very comfortable, every penny has been made.
Yeah.
So there is no question. We have, number one, we have enough internal accrual to take care of all our debt payment. On the parallel, we have enough resources to raise debt, which is the regular business of ours, to make sure that each payment is made on time. Last 15 years, never this kind of raise, never been company was such a good shape.
Yeah, right.
And never been this question been asked.
Right. You know, Mr. Agarwal, your Vedanta Resources, normally all the payments, if I look at the previous quarters, you have made it in advance and by a good margin. And this time around, there are a couple of payments that are coming up, say, in the next couple of months, which they're still outstanding. So that's why the street is a little bit jittery on Vedanta Resources. But you're telling us that you're confident you're going to be making those payments?
More than confident. More than confident. As far as the bond is concerned, sometimes there is an opportunity people to make money. People to make money. Where you will get this kind of yield? A common man should buy this bond because this is a 50% gain. Because this is the greatest opportunity to make money on Vedanta bond.
Right. You know, I appreciate your optimism, Mr. Agarwal. But what about refinancing? Is that an option? Today, there were various reports that indicated that maybe you're talking to various bankers and you're looking at refinancing these debt payments. Is that on the cards?
No, debt and equity. The two things.
Right.
Whether you take debt as a refinancing or take as a debt, it's a debt.
Right.
And we have to have a debt and equity. Without that, because we are in a, who has set up plant for oil and gas, spending $20 billion?
Right.
Who has set up the plant for $20 billion for zinc, only producer of silver?
Right.
Who has putting $17 billion in aluminum, opening the bauxite mine, to the smelter, to complete value chain.
Yes.
Who has done the optical fiber all over the India? We are the largest optical fiber. These all are monopoly business. It's not a monopoly business, it's a business which is very hard to replicate.
Right.
Very capital intensive. I feel very proud that this kind of asset has been created in India. And we got all the money from abroad, brought in here, we put in this money, and we don't work less than, by and large, 30% margin.
Yes.
We have 100,000 people working.
Right.
By and large, there is no union. Or everybody who work for me is my family. So with this kind of strong position,
Yeah.
कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना.
No, but Mr. Agarwal, no, we appreciate the workforce that you've built and the assets that you've built as well, which is quite phenomenal. But just before we move on, wanted to question you that in the next 12 months or so, close to $1.5 billion of repayments or maturities come up, and you're confident about making them, right?
We have said that in 2 years' time we will make $4 billion payment. We have already done before payment $2 billion.
Right.
This $2 billion to be made by June, July. It is absolutely very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
Even with the internal accrual, the kind of money we are throwing, we can pay.
Right.
But it is our business to take the debt.
Yes.
And this is a machinery which is working.
Right.
And whoever give us a position, but it is a company which has the track record. We have a huge, big company. This is small number, what you're talking, 1 or 2 billion.
Yes.
It's a very small number for Vedanta.
We take that on board then, and good to see your confidence in terms of these repayments. Let's focus on the Indian listed company Vedanta Limited. Now, there's a large proportion of your holding which is pledged, and the street is getting a little bit jittery out here. But you've put out a clarification when we wrote to you. I just wanted you to clear the air in terms of your positioning on the pledge holding that you have, both in Vedanta Limited as well as Hindustan Zinc, Mr. Agarwal.
I don't think Vedanta Limited has any pledge. Only Hindustan Zinc 6% share has been pledged.
Right.
And this is the part of system. But if you look at the overall debt in the company,
Yes.
the total debt in the company is $12.5 billion. $12.5 billion. Against we are going to make $9 billion profit.
Right.
So is a hardly any debt.
Right.
With a capital incentive business. So I'm very comfortable. Sometime some bank insists to have some share pledge for this, but we are not pledge people.
Right.
Hardly any share is pledged. We don't need to pledge any share.
Right. So Mr. Agarwal, as per the Bombay Stock Exchange and the NSCA, the way they reported, it appears that it's a pledge. But you're clarifying here that none of the loans are an actual pledge. It could be a top-up that the banks have asked for.
Absolutely, except the 6% share
on Hindustan
Zinc is pledged.
Okay, all right. So you have cleared the air on that front as well. Also, a quick word in terms of the current global environment. Everyone's fearing there will be a bit of a slowdown. What's your thought on that? Will you go a little bit slow? And you have seen multiple cycles, Mr. Agarwal, in the last many years. What's your take?
Definitely. There is a huge pessimism in the world, and there is a huge inflation. Prices are going up. But India has become in a sweet spot.
Yes.
Because the aspiration of the people are very high. People who are in a cycle want a scooty want a scooter,
Yes.
Scooter want a car. They want a good school, they want tap water, they want electricity. So the lower middle class people, there is no question they are going to jump into the middle class. And when that happens, the demand is going to be very, very high.
Right.
So I personally feel that we are in different position. And the biggest thing is our government is very, very strong.
Right.
That has been established. Mr. Modi, our Prime Minister, is a darling of the world. So he's a tall leader.
Absolutely.
That also gives lot of confidence to the people. Two things necessary to do. India has a chance to be the first world.
Yeah.
India has a chance. I can see the hope. We eradicate our poverty. We create massive job.
Yes.
And we have a sanskar also. We have our culture also. I think when the government machinery system accelerate and start faster decision, benefit of doubt has to be given to the other side.
Right.
And judiciary, it's phenomenal judiciary we have, one of the best judiciary. But if they start working faster, I think that will fuel for our growth. To answer your question, yes, the world is thinking of going through recession.
Yeah.
But India definitely in a sweet spot.
Yes.
And with entrepreneur, India is a land of opportunity. India is a land of entrepreneur. India is a land of youth.
Yes.
India is a land which is a culture. So having all this with a strong government,
Yes.
I think I'm a very optimistic. I think it's a great time for India to scale it up.
Well, we'll slip into a short break. You come back. We've got lots more to quiz Mr. Anil Agarwal as he clarifies his position on the Vedanta Group and his plans ahead. Welcome back. We are in a conversation with Mr. Anil Agarwal, and he's clearing the air on a whole host of issues. Well, Mr. Agarwal, let's get back to the company then, and particularly on the zinc assets that you briefly spoke about. Now, the proposal of Hindustan Zinc to go ahead and buy international zinc assets, well, the government of India seems to have opposed it, at least as of now. But you have said, and your spokespeople have said, that you all are in discussions and best for the shareholders and for all stakeholders will be done. So what's the plan B out here? Will you be looking at a share swap, another way of getting this deal done? Is there a plan B?
I want Hindustan Zinc by itself. I'm thinking that the way the scope is, we can make it. Hindustan Zinc today is a $20 billion company. We can double it in no time.
Right.
But we have zinc is a scarce commodity, and zinc is required for today's environment because naked steel you can't use.
Correct.
You have to use galvanized steel, and we produce silver. Silver is a very, very important commodity for everything.
Yeah.
So we need to grow. And we got this asset which is under the same umbrella.
Yes.
Same umbrella. And today, how Hindustan Zinc is running? Because we have all the talent from the South Africa.
Yes.
We don't have mining talent. So we got all the talent from South Africa, and this hodgepodge, huge leakage. If you can put these two companies together, the company 2 and 2 going to be 6, not 4.
Right.
So that was the whole idea, because we have bigger asset than the Hindustan Zinc. We did a very conservative valuation. And the money which is lying in Hindustan Zinc, we are getting return of 2 to 3%.
Yes.
If we take South African asset, which is a producing asset,
right,
profit-making asset, if they put them together, the return is almost 17-18%. It is the right move. I'm saying why government has agreed that we will sell 100% share 20 years back. You know, how much you hold us, our leg, not to run. They have to take a decision to disinvest this 29%.
Yes.
If there is a clear-cut agreement that they will be divesting to us with a particular formula, and government can get probably 50,000 crore, 40,000 crore, and they want to do it. But they have to accelerate. If they go away, then we can run our company. Company has to run by the board.
Yes.
Not by the government.
So Mr. Agarwal, let me get this correct now. Hindustan Zinc, the government of India has 30% stake. For
29%.
29.5%. They are not on board in terms of going ahead and consolidating the zinc assets. But they are saying that they are open to discussions. So what could those discussions be? Can you look at a share swap agreement and then bring this entity under Hindustan Zinc? Or is there a way where you could offer to buy the entire 29.5% stake? Help us find a way out.
I'm only looking one goal. Make Hindustan Zinc double the size.
Right.
That's what I've been doing. And one of the things is how we can put this asset together.
Right.
And government is also inclined. And the government want to come out of this. They have to be bold to take a decision. They want to sell share in the. And best thing is they have announced that they are going to sell the share in March in the market. And I'm looking forward to sell the share in the market. So the government is out, then whatever the company want to do it, they can do it.
But they'll look at doing an OFS of around 5%, right? I mean, I don't think they can do a larger chunk.
They're talking about 15%, I've been told.
Okay.
I don't know.
And if they're going to be doing a 15% OFS, then you are interested. And what's the level you will go?
I'm saying we have not made up. We are always interested in Hindustan Zinc.
Right.
But we want to support to the government whatever they want to move forward.
Right.
We have not objected when they say let's hold on, buying this. We are going to sell the share.
Right.
All right. The share price has not affected. Everybody cheers. So whatever decision is a very small thing, but let's create the country. Let's create the country.
Right. So if there is a probable OFS to the tune of 15% odd, then we'll have to see how this goes.
Can be 10%, can be 15%, can be anything.
But you're a ready buyer and you want to consolidate.
No, I'm not a ready buyer, but that's what they plan. If somebody else want to buy a higher price, they can buy. I can be also participant.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. We got that on board then. So we're looking forward to a solution on this front. But for the time being, you're looking at consolidating the zinc assets because you believe there is immense potential for this business.
Otherwise, Hindustan Zinc will start going down. We have to grow.
Right. All right. Okay. So we've got that. What about the dividend payout? You know, that's something that shareholders have really liked, whether it's with regard to Hindustan Zinc or Vedanta Limited as well. You intend to continue that sort of a payout?
Yeah, we have been paying around 10% dividend, which has been worldwide been appreciated, and I like my shareholder to get cash, and that has been appreciated. And this is a company policy. You know, tell me how many companies in India make 50,000 crore profit?
Right.
You know, this is what we are.
Right. And in the past, Mr. Agarwal, you have told us no more ICDs to the promoter entity from the listed entity. That's not on board, right? That's
we are not delisting. Absolutely, we want this our shareholder, and we are there.
Okay, so you've answered the next question as well. So no delisting and no ICDs to the promoter entity.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about the semiconductor plan. You've had a big ambitious plan out there. What is the total capital expenditure that you've drawn up? How much of that will come from the promoter entity and how much of that will come from the listed entity? Just to clear the air on that front.
See, there are three-four. How our country going to grow $5 trillion economy? You know, the one ingredient is oil and gas. Very, very important. We have enough reserve of oil. We are the only producer of oil and gas. Gold. We have so much of reserve of the gold in the country. Other natural resource. Electronic.
Yeah.
You know, apart from Modi government, nobody can even imagine in third world or second world to have semiconductor. Because semiconductor is branded for the first world.
Yes.
And then you buy from them and you make your car and you run your electronic. It was this government vision. We worked with them for 10 years to make a display glass and to make semiconductor in this country.
Right.
We have been, because we have a huge factory in Taiwan and Korea, which is all around semiconductor.
Yes.
So we are in the glass business. So we make optical fiber. We have a clean room.
Right.
So we have that culture, and we thought we should go in that for a semiconductor. Will change this country.
Right.
This will take it to the first world because determination. We are talking hydrogen. We are talking about semiconductor, and when the semiconductor comes, the EV, the electric car, everything require semiconductor.
Right.
And we have gone into that foray with the Foxconn. Please, it's not tomorrow. It will take time.
Right.
It will take few years, but this will be another largest Silicon Valley in the world.
Right.
So that's what we are looking, and we are very confident that with the Foxconn, ourselves, with our Evanstead, with Inolex, all these are our partners. There are hundreds of partners are coming. We have a David Reed, who are the complete mastermind of semiconductor, has also joined as a CEO. So I'm very optimistic. We have gone to Gujarat.
Yes.
This is the whole Silicon Valley being created there. So I'm looking forward this thing to happen.
You know, Mr. Agarwal, we as well are looking forward, and the entire nation as well is looking forward to this particular plan. But if you could give us a rough number, what kind of a capex number are you looking at? How much comes in from the promoter entity? How much comes in from the listed entity?
See, the total investment will be about $20 billion. $20 billion, and we'll go in phases.
Okay.
5 billion, depend how thing goes. And partner will bring the same number. Some subsidy will come. All together, money is chasing us.
Okay.
You know, renewable. When you go for hydrogen, when you go for semiconductor, there are money lying. The $3 trillion money is lying only for this, for semiconductor in the world. and they have to deploy that money, which is called infrastructure money. Oil and gas company have a $3 trillion line with them. And I've been pushing them, please come and invest. We produce at $10. How long you want India to import oil at $100? And India has the huge anchorage of oil. So these are the things happening. More trust is coming, more government machinery is faster. They are opening their arms, and I have no doubt things will be changed.
Okay, so you're quite optimistic on this as well. Maybe in the time to come, we could get a roadmap about how you want to invest these many $billion into this semiconductor plant. Also, Mr. Agarwal, some part of the street believes maybe you look at divesting some of these assets in the listed entity, that's Vedanta Limited. Any possibility out there, or you want to grow the company? Maybe I ask you this because in case the international zinc asset doesn't come into Hindustan Zinc's fold, is there a possibility you look at selling it to an outside party?
On my dead body.
So that's
the asset I have developed personally. I put my 6-7 years, and it is one of the best assets, double the resources than Hindustan Zinc.
So either Hindustan Zinc gets it or no one else gets it?
No, this is in a group.
Right, as long as it's in the group. All right. Final question then, Mr. Agarwal, before we let you go. We have your plans on the metal space, the mining space, the semiconductor issue as well. But what about non-markets, non-metals? Any IPL team you would like to buy, an EPL team? I was looking at your Valentine's Day post, and you're quite a romantic as well. So besides markets, besides metals, minings, what else? What are the other aspirations?
Yeah. I'm the man of the street, a common man. I like to because that's how we have grown. I have not looked at, but we have our own very good football academy in Sesagua. We have a very good football academy in Hindustan Zinc. I'm very passionate about anything sports which you can do. Name and fame, I don't think that excites me. Mm-hmm. What excites me, achieving something, impossible task, doing something great for my country. Like I'm very focused nowadays on the women. Right. And I'm saying all my HR people, 30% women should be there.
And you have been cheering the cricket team as well, the ladies cricket team. I've seen that.
We have a couple of girls who played into national cricket team. We are not there. Does it excites me that much? It excites me more when the team has been built. Yeah. We can build the more and more team. Yeah. Then those team can be bought by the people. Right. I can start some academy, more academy I can build. But race, I don't like to be unnecessarily in a race. Got it. Okay, but and we cannot let you go without asking you, what about Tuticorin? What's the latest out there? This is a national asset. Is a definitely when I started bauxite mining, you have how much I have gone through when I start, because I always start something different, which require in India, and people believe that India should not do it. People don't want India to produce these things. Mm-hmm. So I have no doubt that this is a national asset, and it will be open. Only thing is speed is very important. And my request to all of us, it is a national asset. It's very, very important that instead tomorrow, it must start today. Okay, all right. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Mr. Agarwal. Thanks so much for speaking to us here on CNBC-TV18. Well, that was Mr. Anil Agarwal clearing the air on Vedanta's debt position and also his ambitious plans for the group. Thanks so much for watching.